Okay, the summation of the real reason why Gore lost in 2000. He lost fair and square because he failed to cheat better than George W. Bush. That's it. That's it. You see, people, there's a higher premise. It's not about the butterfly ballots or, what was her name, Katherine Harris, or the idea that W's brother was the governor of the state which determined the whole race. It wasn't all that. That was only after pregnant Chads, dimpled Chads, the paper ballots versus the voting booths. That was a factor after all this stuff. But the main stuff right here, when you have both candidates running so hard into the middle, abandoning their values, admitting that they're such schmucks, that their true values they want to implement into America are so hideous, they have to lie and run to the middle so people will vote for them, then you deserve to lose. And that goes to W. Bush and Al Gore. I mean, I hate to say it, but they both deserve to lose. I'd love to see Pat Buchanan or Alan Keyes president. And you see, what happens is that you say, it's a contradiction. I want to run for president. I have these hardcore values I want to instill into American government. I want to sublimate this notion of how people should live into the brute force of government. That's all government is the legislation of morality. So I want to run for president. I want to be the most powerful man in the whole planet. And then you do a complete 180. What I want to do for America is so ugly and so hideous. I can't be honest. I have to lie by running to the middle, whatever that's supposed to mean. Answer questions without saying anything. Spend an 18-month election cycle saying nothing at all. And then you win. So it's a contest between two schmucks to see who can say nothing the most. And then there you go. So when you run like a coward like that, you deserve to lose. But it's the same thing with W. Bush. If Gore would have won, I'd be saying the same thing about W. Bush. That W. Bush lost fair and square because he failed to cheat good enough. People say, but you can't run hard to your ideology because you're going to drive people away and then you're going to... Well, whoa! If the American people are so stupid that they can't understand what you want to do for them is beneficial, why don't you just have a dictatorship? Why don't you just club people over the head and threaten them or hold guns to their families' heads saying, I know what to do for you better than you do, so you better shut up and vote for me or else. I mean, you can't have a free society. We don't have a democracy, we have a republic, but whatever. You can't have a free society and start saying that I want to run for president, but I suck so bad. And what I want to do for America that I have to lie about what I am. You're supposed to sway people over. That's how it is. You vote for the best candidate. I have a ton more stuff to say, but I know YouTube has a 15-minute limit, but that's what it is. It's like two sluts in a bar, both hiking their skirt up for the guy to buy them a drink or something. And then when one of them acts as the better slut, she gets upset. The other slut gets upset because, hey, no fair, you're a better slut than I am. What? I mean, you get into this junk about anything goes in politics. Well, if anything goes, then anything goes. If cheating is one of the rules in the game, you can't cry foul in a game where it's legal to cheat. Do you understand this? Okay? Politics, my God. It is amazing. It is amazing. So, like I said, Gore lost fair and square because he failed to cheat good enough. Then he had that quote saying, if I could do it again, I would say forget the polls and the pundits. I would let my vision for America pour out. Those were a paraphrase of his words. Back up. You were running for president of the United States, that you're so awesome and what you want to do to America, and you're so great, and you still didn't have it right? You're admitting you made a mistake? That you admitted your values were so ugly that lying about them was a mistake and you would have just hammered George W. Bush? And another thing, people, if it's not obvious, I'm a right-wing Republican, so naturally I would complain against the left-wing Democrats for taking up for their man Gore in a typical fight between the Republicans and Democrats. Okay, fine. if George W. Bush was this right-wing reactionary, as bad as he was portrayed, then shouldn't the difference in Florida have been a little bit more than 537 votes? Shouldn't it have been about a million? And you know, and I say, well, it was the popular vote altogether, but still, in Florida, I mean, in any state. So it gets kind of tricky. The idea, and of course, I made the case back in 2000 that W and Gore were both the icons of how watered down their wings were in the Republican Party and the Democrat Party. So that's about it. It wasn't about Katherine Harris and pregnant Chads and dimple Chads and Jeb Bush was the governor, you know, that kind of stuff. It was the idea that you have two candidates that are supposed to be black and white day and night, running so close to the middle, people don't know who the hell to vote for. It's ridiculous. But when it's like that, and whenever it's a game just to see who can lie the most and run to the middle, what happens when both people do that? Like I said, and whenever you lose fair and square because you failed to cheat to good enough, you can't cry foul. You're a hypocrite because you're crying foul in a game where it's legal to cheat. Do you see the logic here? I don't repeat myself. I'm sorry for YouTube. I don't mean to say the same thing 15 times, but alright. That's the real reason why Gore lost. And Gore and W both